This morning, we're at Legacy on 14th Street, one of Baton Rouge's newest hubs for creativity and collaboration.
This awesome co-working space and Black-owned business is one of the many places that are symbolic of the culture and vibrancy in this incredible city.
Today, we're meeting with Byron Washington, the chairman of Scotlandville's Historic District, as well as North Baton Rouge's biggest champion.
We're gonna learn more about the work he does to preserve and connect the amazing history here in Baton Rouge.
Let's go.
I'm Shireen.
And I'm Raina.
We love Baton Rouge.
And that's what this show is all about, the love that people have for this city.
And how sharing it with people that visit can have a huge impact on our future.
We're revisiting the people and the stories that make Baton Rouge a special place to visit and an incredible place to live.
So join us on our journey as we explore the ins and outs of Baton Rouge.
A place like nowhere else in the world.
Hey, what's going on?
How are you today?
Pretty good. How about y'all?
Good.
Awesome.
So we wanna know, can you tell us a little bit about your story and how you got started doing what you do today?
Yeah, man. I'm actually from the Baton Rouge area, so shout out to the 225. Just grew up in this area, knowing the kind of history and culture around here really made me, as an adult, kind of look at how can I make a difference in my community. It's so much pride, so much history, so much civic engagement in this community that a lot of people don't know about, and we can use that history and culture as kind of the springboard for economic growth.
You're really helping to elevate community and culture with Scotland Saturdays. Can you tell us a little bit about what inspired you to start that and what that is?
So Scotland Saturdays really was an effort to kind of take a landscape around the city. And we see so many these pop-up markets and markets/festivals happening, but we weren't having anything consistently in North Baton Rouge, specifically Scotlandville, the largest portion. So I'm like, hey, let's see what we can pull together. I knew a few people who had their own businesses. We had just a couple of speakers and an iPad, and we plugged it in, and we all kind of came out promoting our businesses. And from there, it just grew more from not just a market, but really just like a social hub. And you get to see the progress that's happening. Since we started, we've seen people invest back into the businesses in Scotlandville, and now we're seeing a whole different perception than what you saw from 2.5, 3 years ago.
What are some of those stories that you're most proud of when it comes to Baton Rouge?
I mean, for Baton Rouge specifically, you really can't tell the story of Baton Rouge without telling the African-American history. It's literally intertwined, it grows within each other. And I say it all the time, Baton Rouge African-American history can take the picture challenge with just about any other city in the country. I think Baton Rouge will win out. It's just a lot of times our stories hadn't been told. And I think that's a way that we can really show the world and show people even within our city, like, hey, you come from something, you have something to be proud of, and you can put forth and find a way to make sure that the world knows who you are and what you represent.
So can you tell us why North Baton Rouge and why should travelers make it a part of their agenda when they're visiting?
So you go to places like the Bluffs at Southern University where you can see the Red Stick, and then you can go and see Southern University as a whole and see where the area where a place where once was a plantation where slaves were now holds the largest HBCU system in the world. And you take that trail and you go to places like downtown where you can see the Martin Luther King Jr. statue, right? And you can go and see the bus boycott and how that impacted just the bigger bus boycotting in the whole country. And another portion is you get to see the entertainment and the culture of the people. Mardi Gras just passed, we had our Crew of Ocean parade. And that was so important because it's the first Mardi Gras parade in North Baton Rouge, and it's the second African-American Mardi Gras parade in the history of Baton Rouge. You really get to see the impact of the culture and the community, and it's inviting too. So one of the things like with our parade is that when you get to understand North Baton Rouge and its impact and unity within Baton Rouge as a whole, you really get to see how this capital region can impact every single person in the state.
Can you explain to us how some of the work that you're doing in North Baton Rouge and Scotlandville is really changing the external perception of our city?
Well, I mean, it's really just all about the unity aspect of it. And, shameless plug, like I love the fact that it's really coming from a ground level, starting with people from my community, because we see the connections. And we have to make that happen collectively because we all have to live here. We all see the same events. We all care about our community. We all worship. We all eat. We all love. It's crawfish season. We all having crawfish balls on Fridays. Like we all the same people when it comes down to it. And so we need to start highlighting that more.
Even as locals, today we've learned so much about the rich history of North Baton Rouge.
and the important role it plays in the story of Baton Rouge as a whole.
Thanks to people like Byron and the places like the ones we visited today, the future is brighter than ever.
To stay connected to Byron and everything happening in North Baton Rouge, be sure to check out NBR Now's website and follow them on social media.
Until next time, I'm Shireen.
And I'm Raina. Thanks for joining us on this episode of Prepared for Company.